Hi, welcome to the Keto Crafter. My name is Lori and I have been following a ketogenic lifestyle since November of 2019. I've lost a grand total of 115 pounds and I feel amazing. And if you want to know more, you can leave me a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer any questions you may have. Today I'm going to do a recipe video. I'm going to make a ground beef, broccoli and cheese casserole. It's delicious, it's keto, and even the non-keto family members love it. Stay tuned. Okay, we're going to do this in the Ninja Foodie. You can do this in a regular saucepan or you can do it in your Instant Pot using just the saute function. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and turn on my Ninja Foodie to the sear saute function. I'm going to leave it on high and I'm just going to press start. Now, what I've already done is I've already browned up about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of ground beef. You can use ground chicken, you can use ground turkey, you can use pretty much any meat you want, but I use ground beef. So first thing we're going to do to make our cheese sauce is we're going to take 1/2 of a stick of butter and we're going to melt it. To that, we're going to add 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. I can't remember exactly where I got this idea from. It's a variation of somebody's recipe. I want to say that it's Low Carb Inspirations, Jennifer Garza. She has some wonderful cookbooks. She has I think it's Busy Keto, or Keto for Busy People cookbook. I have that cookbook. And then she also has a couple of chaffle cookbooks that are very good. She also has a group on Facebook. I'm no longer a member of it because I don't eat a lot of chaffles anymore, but it's a good cookbook. It's a good group for, especially if you're just starting out and you're getting into chaffles and you're wanting to use that as a way to get away from bread. So as that melts, I'm going to go ahead and dump in my 8 ounces of cream cheese. This is where this whisk comes in very, very handy. It's a thicker whisk, as you can tell, and it's not metal, so it doesn't scratch a lot of surfaces. But I love this whisk for making my cheese sauce for like broccoli or, well, cheese sauce for anything. It just does a really good job. Don't ask me why, I'm weird. Special utensils do special things. This one's not very special, but it is to me. Not to mention, I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday of the year for obvious reasons, spiritually, both spiritually, and it's just fun time. It brings back good memories of my childhood, but it has a gingerbread, and I just think that that's adorable. I like cute things, and I use it all year round, so I have a little bit of Christmas with me all the time. But you're just going to want to kind of stir it to keep it from scorching on the bottom. You don't want to burn your cream cheese by any means. This isn't halloumi, you're not frying it. If you haven't went over to Two Crazy Ketos YouTube, and I watched this a couple of days ago. Yesterday was chaotic because we went up to see my mother-in-law and my husband's family. But the night before we left, I had watched, Rachel and Joe did a review on Moo La La cheese. And it's baked cheese, and then you can like fry it on the, and I've tried halloumi. I didn't really care for it, but that baked cheese did look really, really good. They have a review. It's not a very old video. It's fairly recent. It's just a few days. So go over there and see my friends Joe and Rachel and look at that video and I think Joe said that you have to buy a minimum of 3. That wouldn't be a problem for me, and I would probably just buy the garlic because he said that it tastes just like Olive Garden breadsticks. And since I have a weakness for bread, and since Olive Garden has a lot of sentimental value for me, my best friend of over 30 years and we used to have lunch once a month at Olive Garden. When we first started doing this, she would always get the tour of Italy, and I would always get like the Parmesan crusted chicken or the chicken scampi. Eventually we got to the point where we both got the Parmesan chicken with the bow tie pasta and the Alfredo sauce instead of the marinara. But anyway, we would also always end our meal splitting a piece of that black tie chocolate mousse cake that definitely is not keto by any means. But I have good memories of that, and unfortunately my friend has passed away back in 2015 due to congenital heart defects. But so the garlic and herb baked cheese would just bring back good memories, and I can stay keto that way. Because I am all about staying on plan now because it's just not worth it. The inflammation is just not worth it for me. Okay, so once I have that in, I'm going to put in 1 cup of heavy cream. Now, if you want to just use like unsweetened almond milk, you could. If you wanted to use like half and half, you could. I like it rich, so I'm just putting in the heavy cream. While that's melting all together, I'm going to go ahead and add my salt and pepper. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of Redmond real salt. This salt is mined in the United States. It is mined in Utah, and it is really, really good. They have some seasoning blends that are fantastic. They have electrolytes that are really good. It's called Redmond Relight, and they have some really good flavors. They have the unflavored for like if you're fasting and don't want to break your fast, especially if you're fasting for autophagy benefits, which means water only. That's the ultimate way to get autophagy, to tighten the skin and heal the body. Some people say you can have black coffee, and you can, but I rarely drink black coffee. I mean, I can now more than I used to, but I don't like it. I like a little bit of cream in my coffee, or Perfect Keto Collagen, which is awesome. And I have finally figured out how to tone down the sweetness of the cinnamon toast collagen, because it is awfully sweet. So what I do is I just take my travel mug of coffee and I will fill it up once, and I will put half a scoop in that one, and then I'll drink another one. More coffee is fine. I like more coffee. So I'm going to add some freshly ground black pepper, just to kind of give it just a little bit of a kick. All right. Now we're going to melt the cheese. And I have got 2 cups of shredded Colby Jack cheese. And yes, it is pre-shredded. Don't judge me. But I have to have convenience sometimes. And it's convenient. So this is very, very thick. And it's going to be, you can thin it out with a little bit of broth, bone broth, chicken broth, beef broth. You can thin it out with a little bit of water, which I think I'm going to have to do. So, nice shoulder, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, close up to that. So I'm going to add about a cup of water, or a cup of broth, it doesn't matter. You can do either one. And then I'm just going to let that all come together. Now the cheese, you can use any kind of cheese you want. You can use pepper jack. You can use, a mixture of mozzarella Swiss. But today I'm using the Colby Jack because it's what I had. And that is actually done. I'm going to turn that off. It's real thick, real creamy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now I am going to hunt, and they have disappeared on me. See, this is the problem. My things have disappeared. All right. Okay. So I'm going to put that to a side, and grab a spatula. Now I get this at Sam's or Costco. It's in individual bags, and these bags are 1 pound, 16 ounces. And I just microwaved it for a couple of minutes. I didn't do it for the full 4 to 5 minutes, just to steam it a little bit. Now I'm just going to dump this in there. And we're going to combine, we're just going to fold that broccoli and that cheese together. In just a second. Okay, now we're back. I've got this folded in. That pot is hot. But you just want it just really nice. It's real thick cheese sauce. And now we're going to dump in our drained ground beef. I always drain the fat off of my ground beef because then it just bubbles over and makes a mess in my oven. And I don't like a messy oven. So I'm going to have to put this on so I don't burn myself. We're just going to fold that, I'm just going to combine it. Now you can add like a chopped onion to your ground beef when you're browning it, and you know, for a little bit more flavor you could add some diced jalapenos. I know my friend Hungry Heath would approve of the jalapenos, and I bet Parrot Head Renee would like them too. Actually, there's a lot of people that like jalapenos. I like jalapenos, but since I'm cooking for this for the whole family, I'm gonna, you know, feed them something they can all eat, if they'll all eat it. If not, they can fix their own. Okay. Now what I have done is I have taken a 9x13 casserole dish and I have sprayed it with some avocado oil. That just makes cleanup a little bit easier. And I get the Chosen Foods avocado oil. It's 100% avocado oil spray. I get it at Costco's. You can also get avocado oil at your local Walmart. Most stores carry it now. They're learning. So now I'm just going to put all of this goodness. Now if you're from the South, or you have relatives in the South, or you've visited the South, you know that people in the South, particularly Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, casseroles are a very serious business. Tennessee too. I don't know about Kentucky. I've only been through Kentucky. I've never stopped. But it's pretty. We live in a beautiful country. We just have to get out there and explore it. I know yesterday riding up to North Alabama, it was a beautiful ride, but I prefer doing that during the fall because then I get to see the changing leaves. Down here, we don't really have that many changing leaves. They're there one day and then the leaves are dead and they're gone. Big wind comes in, gone. So, now I've got this. Now you can do one of two things. You can just bake it like it is at 350 for about 30 minutes, or you can do what I do, and that is cheese. Now, there are some cases that you would not want to do this, particularly if you're one of those that counts every single thing. You may not want to add the extra cheese. Or maybe you just allocate enough where you can. Another thing is this stuff is really good heated up again the next day. It'd probably do fine freezing it. I haven't tried because we usually eat it. And we're a family of 6 here, so. But that's about it. And as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of cheese sprinkled on the top. I just have enough for it to get nice and bubbly and pretty and yummy and happy. So stay tuned and I'll show you the finished product and I will tell you how good it is so I can make you jealous and so that you will go and fix it for yourself. I'll be back. Okay, here's the finished product. Oh, that looks so good. I'm gonna have to try it. It was bubbling a minute ago, but I'm gonna get some, dish it up, try it, and let you know how it tastes. Okay, you gotta see this. Ooh, look at that broccoli. Focus. Well, it's not going to. Anyway, I just served it in a bowl because there's just not much point. And I'm gonna try this. It's hot. I don't want to burn my tongue. That is hot. Yeah, that's very hot, but it is very good. I've made it plenty of times before, but I haven't made it in a while, so I'm glad that I'm able to make it again and something different, trying to kind of change things up. And if you like this recipe and want to see more, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the little bell icon, and that way every time I upload another video, you'll be told. And until next time, stop making excuses and start making progress.